We often face hurdles that refuse to stay down. Whether it's the heavy weight of PTSD, the cycle of addiction, or the persistent static of imposter syndrome, these issues invariably sprout right back. Most interventions focus on the visible struggle. You manage the panic, you grit your teeth through the stress, and you hope that this time the relief lasts. But standard coping mechanisms rarely reach below the soil surface. They address the behavior while leaving a complex hidden network of origins completely intact. Lasting relief requires a shift in strategy. To stop the cycle, we have to move past the symptoms and identify the specific point where the distress actually began. A recurring problem isn't a sign of weak willpower. It is simply evidence that the target of the treatment hasn't matched the scale of the cause. Most people define trauma by the event itself, the accident, the loss, or the specific moment of abuse. Renowned physician and trauma expert Dr. Gabor Mate suggests we look much deeper. Mate describes trauma as the internal wound, the emotional residue that remains inside long after the event has passed. It is the overwhelming feeling that the body could not process at the time. To ensure your survival, your brain suppresses these intense emotions, pushing them down to a subconscious level where they sit, unaddressed. These trapped emotions don't stay dormant forever. Left unresolved, they eventually signal their presence through chronic anxiety, psychological triggers, or even physical illness and disease. In this framework, anxiety and physical pain are the body's way of echoing a pain that was never allowed to be expressed. Resolving that trapped pain requires a form of root cause analysis known as analytical hypnotherapy. Despite common misconceptions, this isn't about losing control. It is a state of focused awareness and deep mental stillness, where you remain fully conscious of your thoughts and surroundings. Usually, our logical, conscious mind acts as a gatekeeper. It's busy, analytical, and often keeps us from looking too closely at our deeper emotional foundations. Hypnosis allows this analytical layer to fade into transparency. We can then enter the subconscious, where the actual scripts for our behaviors and beliefs are stored. Once here, the goal is to safely identify, express, and finally release those old, repressed layers of anger, fear, or sadness. This access is necessary because logic alone rarely changes how we feel. You cannot reason your way out of a program that was written at an emotional level. Analytical work often utilizes inner child healing. This addresses the unmet needs and emotional wounds from youth that our subconscious still carries. When these early memories remain unresolved, they act as a silent engine for adult struggles like low self-esteem and chronic relationship friction. For those who prefer a conversational path, Gold Counseling provides a guided structure to uncover the belief systems dictating your daily reactions. Techniques like past life regression offer another avenue, allowing individuals to explore and resolve traumas that may feel disconnected from their current life experiences. These methods are supported by art therapy and Rahani celestial healing, which use creative expression and energy work to process what words sometimes cannot. By utilizing a specialized range of tools, the therapy can be adapted to the specific architecture of an individual's internal experience. The shift from theoretical analysis to real-world change becomes visible in the lives of those who have undergone the process. For a client named James, the transition unfolded as a newfound sense of contentment, a feeling he previously couldn't even imagine experiencing. Another client, Julie, sought help after an injury. She was trapped in a cycle of hyperfocus and sleep deprivation caused by the restrictive weight of a medical plaster. Through hypnoanalysis, she addressed the subconscious reaction to that physical restriction. By resolving the internal trigger, her mind allowed her body to finally settle and sleep. This shows that when the underlying cause is resolved, the physical and emotional patterns that were built upon it often lose their reason to exist. Your anxieties and phobias are not permanent features of your personality or life sentences you are required to endure. They are indicators, signals from the subconscious that something deeper requires your attention and resolution. Navigating these internal landscapes requires a structured methodology and a true commitment to looking deep beyond the surface. Lorraine Hypnotherapy provides the expertise needed to facilitate this exploration and guide the healing of these deep-seated emotional wounds. The process is designed for accessibility, with flexible scheduling and specialized online sessions conducted via Zoom. Sustainable change begins when you shift your focus away from managing the symptoms and commit to resolving the underlying origin.